Hey, Kim. Let's try and all stay here this time. Maybe if I don't talk about memory sticks, we won't cut off. Who knows? I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet. Hello, Karen. Hi, Jamie. Tough end. Yeah, but you know what, Jamie? I have to laugh at most of our weeks. And some are more challenging than others, but I probably wouldn't have it any other way. Hi, Tesla girl. You know, wouldn't life be dull otherwise? But you know, even if I don't share video with you all for a day, you miss so much because there's so much that goes on. Hi, Nancy. Right, let's see if I can do this one. At least they've put a decent hook on this gate. Right, let's see. Ren, sorry for the dodgy camera angle while I open the gate and the phone. Here we go. Ren, go back, darling. Go back. That's it, well done. That's it, well done. Right, we just have to shut it as well. That's it. Is that shut? That's shut. Excellent. Hi, Diane. Hi, Charlie. But, you know, it's Saturday tomorrow. Because it's racing, we don't tend to book in anything on a Saturday. So I'm actually taking Bailey out for a haircut. I hesitate when I say haircut because he's trying to grow his hair very long. So he doesn't really want it cut. But we go to a hairdresser that he loves and she's going to help him style it while it's growing. So Bailey and I are off to do that in the afternoon, so we'll have to fight our way through the race traffic. Isn't this cool? We might even be able to have a little canter here in a minute. Let's go over that way. Ren, I've forgotten how to ride one-handed with my phone. That's because I've been spoilt doing it with the GoPro. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, Ren, you have to wait till we go down the hill. You have to wait till we're down the hill. Oh, sorry, that was just look, she's bouncing. Oh, she says, I want to have a run, Mum. I want to have a run. It's a bit soggy, Ren. You have to be a little bit careful because it's a bit soggy. Straight up the hill. There we go. Oh, it's a steep hill, Ren. Be careful. That makes me smile and it makes Ren smile. She's happy now. Aren't you, Ren? Eh? Hi, Adette. Diane, yeah, she does a lovely job on his hair. But it's at that bit in between stage at the moment. Sorry, this is a bit of a tricky gate as well. It just has a chain round it. So his forelock, as he calls it, because he says he's trying to be like one of the horses, is long. But the sides are quite short. Right, let me just do this gate. Right, no, can you do this without catching my leg on it? That's it, well done. Well done. Oh, you are a pro. You are a pro. Come here, let's pop it shut and put the chain on. There we go. And we don't let any livestock out. That's always a bonus. And then it gets a little bit boggy through here. Canter, canter. Yeah, her ears say it all. She's having the time of her life. She loves it. This is where my dodgy eyesight hits me. I used to be able to see all the paths really well. Hey, Hey Pamela, lovely to see you on here. I think, is this my 4th time lucky on the live? Oh, have I gone the wrong way? Do you know what, Ren? I'll just leave it to you to pick your way round. You know exactly where you're going. We've got to head up to that gate over there. Ren just knows the way, although I think I am going to steer you around this way. There we go. Oh, Ren. And then if we head down to that little stream over there, that usually works quite well. Oh, it's a bit rocky, but then it's rocky everywhere. Now, do I dare go back to the story of the memory stick? Let's hope we don't lose connection. Oh, it's soggy there, Ren. So yes, Bailey found the memory stick, and it's got a whole load of really historic pictures on, dating all the way back to, I think, 2007, 2008. So loads of wedding photos from when I was doing lots of weddings with Hida, Hoitzer and Dromi. Fema in her early days, Vela, who was her firstborn. Pictures of the farm, oh wow, those I have to share with you, of where the Friendship Barn is now. There used to be an old Dutch barn on the end of there. And did someone say stream? Yeah, sorry, Jamie, it's not that kind of stream. It was just like a little trickle through there, so no splashing today, I'm afraid. I will take you all to that beck again at some point. Oh, I did already talk about the memory stick. Okay, I won't talk about it anymore. But yeah, there's some very, very cool pictures on there. And one is of the barn before we took any of the rock out. I'm going to have to get off for this one, sorry. And there was a Dutch barn. I don't think I said about this. A Dutch barn that stood at the back of the barn where the Friendship Barn is, but it was all falling down when we arrived, like most things at the farm. Hold on, I've just got to manoeuvre a gate. Hold on, Ren, go back. Ow, that was my finger. Thank you. Let's just shut it. Okay. You stand and look beautiful there while I shut the gate. What's a Dutch barn? It is... It's an agricultural barn that is arched. So I'm not very good at explaining these things. It's a big arched agricultural barn with a basically a tin roof. So it was used to store farm machinery. Hay at some point as well, and obviously just over time deteriorated and fell apart when the tenants were here. So when we first arrived on the farm, we took the rest of it down and then built the little, oh look at all of them, oh aren't they cute? Oh, that's because they're farmers there. And built a stable on the back, which then, because it was done as a temporary stable, ended up getting destroyed in the storms several years ago. Which is why I'm a great believer in you know, if anything that we do at the farm now, it's got to be done in a way that it's going to be built to last, because, you know, the weather can be quite extreme, very testing on buildings, and, you know, that's why, you know, the farm has stood for many, many years, because it was constructed in the right way to start with. But obviously it's hundreds of years old now, so it has had a lot of wear and tear. Look at these. Hiya, you're right. Look at all those lovely sheepies. I won't film him because I haven't asked him his permission. I was speaking 1 minute before with some of the live others. Hope they're switching to that live soon. I hope everyone is as well. It is cheaper in the long run to do things properly. And the thing is, for so many years at the farm, I've had to bodge jobs. You know, I've had to just, because there just haven't been the funds available to do anything properly. So I've had to make do. And I always wanted to do things properly, but when the list is so long of all the jobs that need doing, you just can't do it. Save and preserve if possible. You're absolutely right, Tara. And you know, this is where you'll see on the video that I'll upload as soon as I'm back. I talk more about this, and also for the long-term plans. It's really important that between us all we can build a place that's going to stand for hundreds of years. Anyway, Paul and Lindsay. Yes, I hope Paul and Lindsay are joining soon. He needs Team Jim and Nell. He does. Yeah, Nelly, honestly, Nell has got the... Oh, look, sorry. I've just noticed a car down there, so they very kindly done the gates for me. Oh, what an absolute star. Oh, she's an angel. So Nell is due to pop on Tuesday, and she's got such a big tummy now. And I think Jodie said that she's got at least 8 puppies. You are an absolute angel. Thank you so much. I've had... Oh, have you?
Yeah, there's one that's just looking a bit... Give it a bit of penicillin.
Oh, bless it.
When you get up to it, you know.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
I know the feeling of it.
Yeah, because there's a lot on that route. Yeah. All right, take care. Oh, she's lovely. What's that, Karen? Make everything as Nero-proof as possible. Yeah, you see, he should be product tester, shouldn't he? He would be the best product tester. Are we having another open day? Nicola, we are having another open day. It's on the 3rd of August. Sarah, I'm glad that you've been able to join. Don't worry about joining late, because we've had some technology issues. So I've had to cut off several times. But I think we're safe now. She is very kind, that lady. She saw me from a distance. She was just going down to treat some of her lambs. And she had a lot of lambs there. Yeah, Nero, the product tester. Now, you see, companies should send us their products that they think are horse-proof. And we'll see if they're Nero-proof. I tried to do a bit of my video that you'll see later. I tried to do some of that with Nero today. But every single time I pressed record on the video, he was stood there with me and he was being really sweet and really cuddly, and I was giving him scratches and cuddles. Every time I pressed record, he just started chewing on me or licking me or photobombing. And, it was quite an important message I was trying to get across. And yeah, he wasn't making it easy. So I'm afraid you don't get Nero in the video that I upload later. Nero scale, new toughness test. Oh, I like that. You always come up with the best ideas, Jamie. I should remind you again about the raffles. You've got a week to go. Frey's keeping a spreadsheet on all the entries. So, as if Frey's not busy enough, she likes to have new people to add to the list. But yeah, I think the Yolanda quilt is very, very popular. I'm loving the Anya scarf. Poor Annie, she managed to scrape one of her back legs overnight, probably while she was busy rock climbing or just trying to get to places where there was fresh grass. It's nothing bad, it was just a little scrape, and she's fine. had planned to drive her this morning, but then this morning, this morning was this morning. It's in the past now. Marcy, you can just imagine that you're sitting where I'm sitting. What's that, Linda? I started watching when you brought Nero to the farm, so I love him and his antics. Does that make me a Nero groupie? Of course it makes you a Nero groupie. Nero has lots of groupies. They all have quite a lot of groupies. Hunnis has a huge amount of groupies. Renska should have a huge amount of groupies. She does, don't you, Ren? I've just given her the reins because actually there's not much point in me holding them. I might as well go completely hands-free. This is how much I trust her. I trust all of them, really. It's very important trust with the horses. Because if you trust them, they'll trust you back. You have to give them that space and that freedom. It always makes me think about our free reiners. You know, not all of them are aware enough to go free rein because, you know, they just haven't figured it out for themselves what they should and shouldn't do. But I do feel for a lot of these horses that live a very controlled life where sadly there's still a lot that spend 23 hours out of the day in a stable and they only come out to work. And it bothers me more and more as time goes on. And I know not everybody can have land that they could let horses roam on, or, you know, livery yards would be complete chaos if they let all the horses out. But, you know, there should be a way of making better facilities for horses to make use of the land, be out and moving. That's another thing that was, see, I've had 1,000,001 things going through my mind this week, and I listened to, sorry, I'm jumping from one subject to another. I was listening to one of the podcasts from the Friesian Advocate that the Fenway Foundation have put together, who I love the Fenway Foundation. Angie DePuyt has done such incredible work, and Scott and Shelley Kelnhofer, the amount of work they do into researching genetic issues in the breed. But I was listening to Marco de Bruin. Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments right now. At least the rain's holding off for you. It is, fortunately. Sorry, I haven't been reading these. I hadn't noticed that there were so many coming through, so apologies for any ones that I miss. Oh, I'm glad you're finding it relaxing. I'm finding it relaxing. I needed something to switch off. You've still got a lot of wild horses in New Mexico. Well, good on them still being wild. That's really nice. Yeah, horses should be able to self-determine to a certain extent. I was listening to Marco de Bruin, and he was talking about how there's such a small chance, which I kind of knew, but it was good to have a refresher, that if a Friesian undergoes a colic op, the chance of them surviving is really tiny, which is why a lot won't go for surgery. And the ones that I've had go on the surgery table because they've been bad, they've ended up being put down during the surgery. So that was Wouter, who had the ruptured stomach, and Norcha, who her small intestine was very badly twisted, and if the small intestine is twisted or damaged, there's less likelihood of survival. Anyway, he was talking about this, and he was saying about how many Friesians they get in with issues relating to bacteria and infections that they can't fight, and the importance of any Friesian owner being able to identify the possibility of a gastric rupture, because, you know, the signs are really, really subtle. But I do worry that, again, there's too many horses that aren't allowed the freedom to move. And if you're not moving, your body isn't going to work properly. You know, your digestive system isn't going to work properly. So, and if I relate it back to Doutzen, you know, it's one of the reasons why I keep Doutzen working, because I know that she's going to be prone to gastric impaction and, you know, delayed gastric emptying. So by keeping her out most of the time and moving, I know that her intestines are working, and when she gets a little bit stressy, she poos more. So I know everything's flowing through her system. And I know that's a really basic way of looking at it, but that's how I do look at it. You know, I lost Wouter, her brother, to a ruptured stomach, and he lived a life where he wasn't in the stable 23 hours out of the day, but I thought because he was classed as a competition horse that I had to keep him in a lot. So he went in the little turnout, he'd go out in the field in the summer. But I do think, had he been able to move more over a 24-hour period, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, that's hindsight, and you live and you learn. So that's why, as much as I want to build the facilities for the horses up at the farm, I will never ever have it whereby the horses are shut in for prolonged periods of time, unless it's because of extreme weather. I always want them to be going out in the fields and moving around as much as possible. Anyway, that's one of my little thoughts for the day. You're absolutely right, Jamie. We do the best with what we know. And, you know, that's where I love being able to share what I've learned. And as I think I said in the Iceman video, you know, it was one of the very first videos I did years ago of Ishka when I lost her to the aortopulmonary fistulation. And the fact that got seen by so many people because the Fenway Foundation shared it on their website, although it couldn't have prevented the heart rupture in another horse because it's a genetic issue that happens, hopefully it enabled some owners to get a little bit of understanding and closure on what their horse died of, or some of the subtle signs to look for when it happens. In layman's terms, because yes, in lots of ways I do understand the science behind it all, but I don't like to use a lot of scientific terminology because I like to explain it in a way that the majority of people who don't understand the horsey terminology or the scientific terminology might understand better. Thank you, Monique. It's sometimes, you know, hidden in my day-to-day videos, and Hol and I talk about it a lot. You know, we need to do, my favourite line, there's a lot of things we need to do, but we would like to create more videos that are about a specific topic, because all that information is there, but because there's always so much going on, you know, doing something like that does take a little bit more time, or a lot more time than just our random vlogs. Anyway, Hol has recovered well. What an absolute star. The pair of them were absolute stars, her and Anne. And if you've not watched Hol's run vlog, please do. You know, I laughed from start to finish. She's brilliant. She's so creative. And, you know, her and Frey are the reason why, you know, I've got the confidence to push for this place to keep going and, you know, be here for the horses and for people for years to come, because, yeah, they just know everything about this place. Oh, Hazel, what did I miss? Truth and transparency can only benefit and educate all of us. Absolutely. It's funny you say that, Hazel. I was talking to Susan today because Susan is incredibly knowledgeable. And one of the things that she made me, that she gave me cause to think about was, I think probably before Hull was on the yard a lot, I was probably a bit more guarded about what I shared, and I shared a lot of behind the scenes stuff on the behind the scenes page, but not to the open world, if you like. And Susan just got me wondering about, whether people are supporting because we share pretty much everything, or whether we should be retaining a little bit of the unknown, a little bit of mystery. But I actually, I did that for years and years, and we've got a huge amount of followers on social media, but it's not helped us. Well, that's the wrong thing to say. It's helped us in so many ways, but I'm not very good at keeping secrets and not sharing things, and I think it's important not to show. Sorry, I'm just showing. That's Hunnis down at the front there. Followed by Uber and Iceman, and then our little sheepies who will be missing Astra. But yeah, no, I think it's really important to show everything, and that it's like with the training, I used to apologise if a horse didn't perform in the way that it should have, but actually real life they don't all the time, and everyone has to go through that training and learn. So Hull has given me far more confidence to share the rough and ready of life, because it is day-to-day life. So if you want a bit of mystery, then you're probably watching the wrong channel, because you get a bit of everything here. Your horses take over the road, you will cause a crash. Okay. You horses take over the road, you will cause a crash. Oh, hello, Hugh Flight. How lovely to have you on here. I think it's probably time for you to leave. Why don't you take it on a field? Well, my horses aren't an it. But yeah, time for you to say goodbye, because if you don't like what we do, then don't waste our time and don't follow us. Anyway, we'll move on to other nice people. You have to show good and bad, otherwise it's just fantasy. I think people like to share your journey, good and bad. Thank you. Thank you. I like to think that, and I like the people who like sharing that journey. Frey, if you're on here, do you want to politely remove the person who's putting the comments that we really don't need to see? Thank you, Nancy. Broccoli, your horse looks real. That's because she is real. And, again, that's another thing that's really important, because let's face it, we're in a world of AI. Who knows what's real anymore? But I promise you that what we share, okay, we'll use editing tools on some of the videos, but it will always be real. It will never be... hold on. I'm trying to sort the gate out while Ren's just going back to the barn. Let me sort out the tyre. Here we go. Yeah, it will always be real. And this place, sorry, check this out. Oh, look at that, all lovely and clean in there and tidy. I know it needs painting. And the roof of Bessie's barn. Michael's going to be here tomorrow to finish that off. Yeah, it's always going to be real. We like our reality here. Anyway, because we know that the signal sometimes goes when I get back to the barn, there's poor little Zhao with her poorly toe. Oh, Zhao. It can't be that bad if you're resting your hind leg. Here's Nero, everyone's favourite rainbow boy. Have you destroyed anything? He pulled a bit of wood off the back of the stable the other day that Frey had to fix. Anyway, I'm going to end this now because I suspect that it might have broken up already. But thank you all for joining. Thank you all for your patience. And check out the video that I'm going to upload within the next hour. And I hope you enjoy it. It was maybe a little bit too serious. Sorry, I didn't make it a bit more light-hearted, but it is a really important message that we need to deal with. So I'm hoping that you can all help. Even if you can't help yourselves, even if you can share the story with anyone else who you think might be able to help, that would be great. Right, I'm off now. So bye for now.